The message came on a Tuesday. Captain Jun Kim stood in the control room of Earth's Deep Space Monitoring Station. His hands were shaking as he read the words on the screen again. "We are the Galactic Concord. We come in peace. We wish to speak." 50 years of sending signals into space, and finally, someone had answered. "Sir," said Lieutenant Hannah Park, looking up from her screen. "The signal is coming from near Jupiter's orbit. Something big just appeared there." June nodded. His dark eyes were calm, but his mind was racing. "Show me." The main screen lit up with an image that made everyone in the room gasp. A ship hung in space near Jupiter. It was huge, at least 5 times bigger than Earth's largest space station. Its surface gleamed like polished metal, with strange blue lights pulsing along its sides. "Get me the general," Jun said. 3 days later, Jun stood on the bridge of the Horizon *, Earth's newest and fastest spaceship. Earth's leaders had chosen him to lead this mission. As the top captain in the International Space Defense Force, he had trained for many things, but not this. Never this. "Approaching the alien vessel, sir," said Commander Da-1, his second in command. "They're hailing us." Jun took a deep breath. On screen, the image that appeared made him blink in surprise. 2 different alien species stood side by side. One was tall and thin with skin that looked like clear crystal. Light seemed to move inside its body. It had no mouth that Jun could see, but its eyes were large and purple. The other alien was shorter with a hard shell like an insect. It had 4 arms and 2 legs. Its head was round with 3 black eyes in a triangle pattern. "Greetings, humans," said the crystal being. Its voice sounded like music. "I am Ambassador Trell of the Astrids. My companion is Representative Vexkar of the Vex. We welcome you to the Galactic Concord." Jun stepped forward. "I am Captain Jun Kim of Earth. We are honored to meet you." The aliens looked at each other. Jun thought he saw something pass between them. Was it worry? "We have been watching your planet for some time," said Vexkar. Its voice was clicking and sharp. "Your species has developed quickly." Hannah Park stood next to Jun. As the ship's xenobiologist, her job was to study alien life. She whispered to him, "Captain, look at their posture. They're standing far away from the screen. The crystal one's light patterns are moving fast. I think they're afraid." Jun frowned. Why would these advanced aliens fear humans? "We invite your ship to dock with ours," said Trell. "We have much to discuss." The inside of the alien ship was vast. Jun led a team of 5 humans through curved hallways that seemed to be made of living metal. The walls glowed with soft light. "Their technology is at least 200 years ahead of ours," whispered Min Lee, the team's engineer. His eyes were wide with wonder. Hannah was scanning everything with her devices. "Captain," she said quietly, "I'm picking up strange readings. Every time we get close to them, their bodies show stress signals." Jun had noticed it too. The aliens kept their distance. When Engineer Min reached out to touch a wall panel, 3 Vex guards moved their hands to weapons on their belts. They entered a large round room. A table made of glowing blue material sat in the center. The aliens gestured for the humans to sit. "We have studied your world," said Trell. "You have wars. You fight among yourselves. Yet you also create art and music. You are complex. All intelligent species have conflicts," said Jun. "We're working to be better." Vexkar's 3 eyes blinked rapidly. "You misunderstand. It is not your wars that concern us. It is how you fight them." "I don't understand," said Jun. Trell leaned forward. The lights inside its crystal body pulsed red. "No other species in the galaxy fights like humans. No other species refuses to surrender when defeat is certain. No other species sacrifices themselves for others so readily." The alien paused. "It frightens us." The room grew quiet. Jun looked at his team's confused faces. What the aliens feared most wasn't their weapons at all. It was their humanity. 2 weeks had passed since the first meeting. The Horizon crew now stayed in special rooms on the Concorde ship. Earth leaders and the alien representatives talked every day through video calls. Today was different. The Concorde had sent their terms for Earth to join their alliance. Director Ta Sung of Earth's Diplomatic Corps read the document with a deep frown. His normally calm face showed anger as he looked up at the screen where Captain Jun and the alien ambassadors waited. "These terms are not fair," Ta said. "You want us to limit our ships to our own solar system. You want to control how many colonies we can build. You even want to place observers on our military bases." Shrell's crystal body flashed with yellow light. "These are standard terms for new members." "Are they?" Tai asked. "Or are these special rules just for humans?" The aliens were silent. Back on the Concorde ship, Jun and his team watched the meeting from their own screen. Hannah Park shook her head. "They're treating us like we're dangerous animals," she said. Daewon nodded. "Something doesn't add up. Their technology is far beyond ours. Why would they fear us so much?" Jun looked at his second-in-command. "Find out. See what you can learn from their computers." Dae raised an eyebrow. "Sir, that would be." "I know what it would be," Jun said quietly. "But we need answers." That night, Daewon moved silently through the empty halls of the Concorde ship. Min Lee had found a way to make the security cameras show empty corridors instead of Dae's movements. Dae reached a small room filled with glowing panels. He pulled out a device Min had made and placed it on the main screen. Numbers and symbols flashed as it worked to break through the alien security. "Come on," Dae whispered. The screen suddenly changed, showing files in the alien language. Luckily, the translator they had been given helped him understand enough to search. He typed, "Human threat." Hundreds of files appeared. Dae's eyes widened as he opened the first one. "A dead race called the Krell?" Jun asked, his voice low. They met in Hannah's room, which Min had checked for listening devices. Daewon nodded, his face pale. "The files say they looked something like us. 2 arms, 2 legs, similar faces. But they were stronger, faster. They were predators," Dad explained. "The Concorde fought a war with them 3,000 years ago. The Krell merely won." "What happened to them?" Hannah asked. "They were defeated barely. The Concorde thought they killed all of them." Dad looked at each person in the room. "The Concorde believes we might be distant relatives of the Krell, that some Krell may have come to Earth long ago." Min Lee shook his head. "That's crazy. We evolved on Earth." "Maybe," said Hannah. "But convergent evolution is possible. Different planets could produce similar life forms." Jun stood up and walked to the window. Outside, the stars looked cold and distant. "The files mentioned something else," Dae said. "The Krell never surrendered. They fought to the last one. And they had another trait the Concorde found terrifying. They formed strong emotional bonds. Even with other species, a Krell would die to protect its friends. Just like humans," Jun said quietly. A soft beep came from the communication panel. It was Director Ta. "Captain, the Earth Council has made a decision," Ta said, his face serious. "We will not accept these unfair terms. I'm ordering you to return home immediately." Jun felt a chill. "Sir, I'm not sure that's wise. The Concorde might see it as a hostile action." "It's already done, Captain. The message was sent an hour ago." Ta looked tired. "Prepare your crew. You leave tomorrow." When the screen went dark, Jun turned to his team. "They're making a mistake," Hannah said. "We need more time to understand why they fear us." Dae nodded. "If we leave now, we might never get another chance." Jun took a deep breath. What he was about to suggest would go against his orders. "Then we need to give them a reason to trust us," he said. "And I think I know how." The others looked at him, waiting. "The Concorde has invited some of us to join their combat simulations tomorrow," Jun said. "They want to study how we fight. Let's show them who we really are." The simulation room was huge. It looked like an empty white box, But June knew it would change once the program started. "This technology is amazing," said Min Lee, his eyes wide as he touched the wall. "It feels solid, but it's just light and energy." 6 humans and 6 aliens stood in the room. 3 asteroids with their crystal bodies glowing blue, and 3 Vex with their hard-shell bodies and multiple arms. "The simulation will test how we work together in danger," explained Trell. "We have set up a rescue mission. A ship is damaged. We must save the crew." June nodded to his team. Da-1, Hana Park, Min Lee, and 2 security officers, Sun and Kang. They had talked about this all night. This was their chance to show the aliens who humans really were. The white walls disappeared. Suddenly, they stood on a damaged spaceship. Red lights flashed. Smoke filled the air. A computer voice spoke. "Warning. Engine failure. 10 minutes until explosion." "We need to split up," said Vexcar. "Team 1 will fix the engines. Team 2 will find survivors." "Wait," said June. "We should stay together. It's safer." The aliens looked at him with surprise. June knew they expected humans to be aggressive, to take control. "Your idea has merit," said Trell slowly. "We will all go to the engine room first, then find survivors." They moved through the ship together. When they reached the engine room, Min Lee stepped forward. The engines were nothing like Earth technology, but Min studied them quickly. "The main power line is cut," he said. "We need to connect these 2 parts, but the energy will kill whoever touches them." "We can use the metal panel from that wall," Jum suggested. "No one needs to touch the power." The aliens watched with interest as the humans worked together to solve the problem without risk. This was not what they expected. With the engines fixed, they had 5 minutes to find survivors. They found 3 trapped under fallen equipment in a side room. "The door is blocked," said one of the Vex. "We cannot reach them." Hannah looked at the small space between the door and wall. "I can fit through there," she said. "I'll go in and help them while you clear the door." "It's too dangerous," said Trell. "The room could collapse." "They need help now," Hannah said simply, and squeezed through the gap before anyone could stop her. Inside, she helped the survivors move away from the damaged wall. Outside, the others worked to clear the door. Suddenly, the ship shook violently. Something was wrong. This wasn't part of the simulation. "System malfunction," announced a real voice over speakers. "Emergency. Simulation room power surge. All participants evacuate immediately." The simulated ship disappeared, but the danger was real. Part of the ceiling was falling. Electric sparks jumped from the walls. "Everyone out," shouted June. They ran for the door, but one of the asteroid diplomats fell. Its crystal leg cracked. Without hesitation, Da-1 turned back and lifted the alien. The asteroid was heavy, but Day carried it toward the exit. A large piece of ceiling blocked their path. Sun and Kang were already lifting it, creating a small space to crawl under. "Go," Kang shouted to the others. The aliens hesitated, but Jum pushed them forward. "Trust us," he said. "We'll all get out." One by one, they crawled under the fallen piece. The humans came last, still holding up the heavy ceiling section. When they were finally safe outside, the aliens stared at the humans with new eyes. "You risked yourselves," said Trell. "For us." "That's what teammates do," said June simply. Vexcar stepped forward. "The simulation was meant to study your combat skills. We expected you to take charge, to fight for control." "Fighting isn't always the answer," said Hannah. "Working together is better." As medical teams checked everyone, Trell approached June privately. "Perhaps," the asteroid said quietly, "we have misunderstood humans." June smiled. "Perhaps this is your chance to learn who we really are." The alien's body glowed with a new color June hadn't seen before. "The Concord leaders will want to speak with you," Trell said. "What happened today changes things." June nodded. It was a start. After the simulation incident, the Concord leaders changed their minds. The human ship could stay for one more week. More talks would happen. Hannah Park saw this as a chance. For 3 days, she had asked to see the Concorde's records about life in the galaxy. Today, they finally said yes. "You can use this room," said an asteroid named Sol. "All our public history is here." Hannah nodded, but felt disappointed. Public history meant they were hiding things. "I am Ji Yoon," said a human woman who joined her. Ji was a researcher sent from Earth to help. "Let's see what we can find." They spent hours reading about different alien races and planets. The asteroids came from a world with little light. The Vex evolved in deep caves. There were many other species too. "Look at this," said Ji Yoon suddenly. She pointed at a small note in a file about ancient wars. "It mentions the Krell again, but there's a reference number that links to another file." Hannah checked the number. "That file isn't in the public section." Jay smiled. "But I found a way into their secure system last night. Don't ask how." Hannah looked at her with surprise, then smiled back. "Show me." Ji typed quickly on her device. Soon, a new file appeared on their screen. It showed pictures that made them both gasp. The Krell looked very much like humans, but with gray skin and sharp teeth. They stood taller than average humans and had more muscle. Their eyes were yellow with pupils like cats. "They were predators," whispered Hannah, "just like early humans on Earth." The file told the story of how the Krell had spread across many star systems 3,000 years ago. They were smart and strong. They built ships that could travel between stars. They fought well and never gave up, even when badly hurt. "The Concorde barely defeated them," said Jai. "Look at these battle reports. The Krell kept fighting even when they had no chance to win." Hannah read more. "The Krell formed strong bonds with each other. They would die to save their friends. The Concorde found this behavior strange and frightening." "Just like us," said G quietly. They kept reading until they found something that made them both sit up straight. "DNA samples," Hannah said. "The Concorde has Krell DNA." Jai looked at the data with wide eyes, and they compared it to human DNA. "Look at the match percentage." The number on the screen was 94.7%. "That's close enough to suggest a connection," Hannah said. "But how? Did the Krell visit Earth long ago? Or maybe it's convergent evolution," said Jai. "Similar environments can create similar species, even on different planets." Hannah downloaded the file to her device. "Whatever the truth is, we now know why they fear us so much. They think we're the Krell, returned after 3,000 years." The door opened suddenly. Trell stood there, light flashing red inside its crystal body. "You accessed restricted files," the alien said. Hannah stood up. "We needed to know the truth. You think we're related to the Krell?" Trell was quiet for a moment. "Yes, the similarity is too great to ignore. But we're not them," said Jai. "We can be aggressive, yes. We don't give up easily, true. But we also create art. We care for the weak. We work to be better than our instincts." "The Krell were only aggressive," said Trell. "They cared only for power." Hannah shook her head. "I don't think that's the full story. The files say they formed strong bonds, that they protected each other. That sounds like compassion to me." "Compassion?" Trell seemed confused. "Yes," said Hannah. "The ability to care about others' suffering. To help even when it doesn't benefit you." Trell's lights changed to a soft blue. "The Concorde Council will not be happy you found this information." "They need to hear what we think," said G firmly. "We may share DNA with the Krell, but our humanity makes us different, and it might be the very thing the galaxy needs." 3 days after Hannah and Ji Yoon found the secret files, alarms rang through the Concorde ship. Red lights flashed in every hall. Jun ran to the main control room. Trell and other Concorde leaders stood around a large screen. Their bodies showed signs of stress. "What's happening?" Jun asked. "One of our outposts near your solar system is under attack," said Trell. The screen showed a space station surrounded by strange black ships. The Void Collective has returned. The Void Collective. Die 1 had joined them. A race of machines, explained Vexkar. They believe organic life is a mistake. They try to kill all living things. June watched as Concord ships fought against the black vessels. The Concord ships moved in perfect formation, following strict battle plans. But the black ships kept changing their attack pattern. The Concord couldn't adapt fast enough. They're losing, June said quietly. Our commanders are following standard protocols, said Trell. They will adapt. But they didn't. One by one, the Concord ships were damaged or destroyed. The machine ships moved closer to the space station, where thousands of aliens lived. Let us help, said June suddenly. The aliens turned to look at him. How? Asked Vexkar. Your ship is small and has weak weapons. But we fight differently, June said. You've seen this. We adapt. We try new things when old ways fail. The Concord leaders talked among themselves in their own languages. Finally, Trell turned back to June. We cannot officially ask for your help, the Astrid said. It would break many rules. But if you decided to help on your own. June nodded. He understood. Dod 1, call our crew. We leave in 10 minutes. The Horizon Asterisk was small compared to Concord ships, but it was fast. June had asked Trell for information about the Void Collected ships. Their weakness was their connection to each other. They shared information constantly. If we can disrupt their network, they'll be confused, Min Lee said as they approached the battle. I've modified our communication system to send out noise on their frequency. Good, said June. Let's get their attention first. The Horizon Asterisk flew straight toward the largest black ship, firing its weapons. The shots did little damage, but the machine ships noticed them. 3 black ships broke away to attack the Horizon Asterisk. Now, shouted June. Min activated his device. The noise hit the machine ship's network. They slowed down, seeming confused. It's working, said Hana. The Horizon Asterisk flew between the black ships, drawing them away from the station. The remaining Concord ships saw what was happening and attacked the confused machines. Send the signal to the Concord, June ordered. Tell them to hit the machines now, while they can't talk to each other. On the screen, they watched as the Concord ships changed their pattern. Instead of their usual formation, they spread out and attacked from all sides. The machine ships couldn't respond fast enough. One by one, the black ships were destroyed or forced to retreat. The space station was saved. But the battle wasn't over. 2 machine ships noticed what the Horizon Asterisk was doing. They turned and fired all their weapons at the small human ship. Brace for impact, shouted Daiwan. The ship shook violently. Warning lights flashed. Engines damage, reported Min. Shield power at 30%. Can we get back to the Concord ship? Asked June. Min shook his head. Not at full speed. We'll have to limp back slowly. June looked at the screen. The last machine ships were leaving. The Concord had won, partly thanks to them. Send a message to the Concord, he said. Tell them we may need a TA. As they slowly turned back, a message came from the space station. It was in many languages, but the computer translated it. Thank you, humans. You saved many lives today. June smiled. Maybe now the Concord would see humans differently. The Horizon Asterisk moved slowly toward the Concord fleet, damaged but proud. The Horizon Asterisk sat in the repair dock of the Concord ship. Engineers worked to fix the damage from the battle. Captain June stood with his team in a meeting room, facing the Concord leaders. Your actions saved many lives, said Trell, but they were not authorized. We saw people in danger, and we helped, said June simply. That's what humans do. An older Astrid stepped forward. This one's crystal body had many cracks, signs of age. I am High Commander Lox, it said. I lead the Concord military. Your ship fought well, using methods we had not considered. Min Lee spoke up. The Void Collective ships share information constantly. That's their strength, but also their weakness. We just had to break their connection. A simple solution, said Lox. Yet none of our tacticians thought of it. Because you always follow the same battle plans, said Dadwan. The machines knew what you would do before you did it. The aliens were quiet for a moment. Then Vexcar spoke. The Void Collective will return, it said. Our scouts report they are gathering a larger fleet. They will attack again soon. June looked at Min, who nodded slightly. We have an idea, Jun said. If we combine human tactical systems with Concord technology, we could create something new, something the machines won't expect. Impossible, said one of the Vex leaders. Our systems cannot work with yours. Actually, they can, said Min. He showed them plans on his tablet. I study your technology. We can make this work, but we need your help. The Concord leaders argued among themselves. Some wanted nothing to do with human ideas. Others saw the potential. Suddenly, a new voice spoke. I will help them. Everyone turned. A female Astrid stepped forward. Her crystal body glowed with bright green light. Commander Sook, said Lox with surprise. You would risk your position. I was at the outpost during the attack, said Sook. I saw how these humans fought to save people they didn't even know. If they have an idea that might work against the Void Collective, I want to hear it. The room was silent. Then Trell nodded slowly. Very well. Commander Sook will work with the humans, but this must be kept quiet for now. For the next 3 days, Min Lee, Commander Sook, and a small team worked in a hidden part of the ship. They combined human computer code with Concord technology. This system will let ships change tactics quickly, explained Min. It learns from what works and what doesn't. It is unpredictable, said Sook, watching the test simulations. Like humans. Min smiled. Exactly. The machines won't know what to expect. Meanwhile, June faced problems from Earth. Director Ta was not happy. You were ordered to return home, Ta said on the video call. Instead, you helped the Concord in a battle, and now you're sharing our technology. The Council is very upset. Sir, the Void Collective is a threat to all life, including Earth, said June. We need to help. Your job is to follow orders, Captain, said Tai angrily, not make personal decisions about galactic politics. The call ended. Hana, who had been listening, put her hand on June's shoulder. He doesn't understand what we've learned here, she said. No, agreed June, but we have to keep going. Too much is at stake. On the 4th day, they tested the hybrid system on a small Concord ship. Commander Sook herself led the test. The ship faced 3 training drones programmed to fight like Void Collective vessels. Using the new system, Sook's ship destroyed all 3 without taking any damage. When she returned, her crystal body glowed with excitement. It works, she told the gathered humans and aliens. The system adapts faster than anything they've ever seen. Even the doubters among the Concord leaders were impressed. Perhaps, said Locke slowly, we have more to learn from humans than we thought. As they talked about next steps, an alarm sounded. A message appeared on the main screen. The Void Collective has launched a major attack, read Trell. They are heading for Astrid Prime, our homeworld. The room went silent. Millions of Astrids lived on that planet. June looked at his team, then at Sook. How fast can we install the new system on more ships? We cannot wait for the main fleet, said Commander Sook. Her crystal body flashed with urgent colors. Astrid Prime will fall before they arrive. The room was filled with tension. High Commander Lox had just told them that the main Concord fleet was fighting in another sector. They could not reach Astrid Prime for at least 2 days. How many ships do we have here? Asked June. 5 large battleships and 12 smaller vessels, said Trell. The Void Collective has over 30 ships. And only 1 ship has our new system, added Minley. June paced the room, thinking. Then he stopped. What about the Horizon asterisk? He asked. Can we install the system on our ship? Sook's lights changed to blue. Yes, but your ship is still damaged. We can fix enough to fly and fight, said Daiwan. Min and I will make it work. Locke stepped forward. Even with 2 ships using your system, the odds are very poor. Sometimes poor odds are all you have, said June quietly. The old Astrid looked at him for a long moment. You would risk your lives for our world, a world you have never seen. People are in danger, said Hannah. That's all we need to know. Locke's crystal body dimmed, then brightened. I will give you 3 more ships. It is all I can spare. Trell spoke up. The Council has not approved this mission. I am not asking the Council, said Locke firmly. I am ordering it as High Commander. 12 hours later, 5 ships jumped into space near Astrid Prime. The beautiful crystal planet glowed blue and green in the darkness. Around it, the black ships of the Void Collective were already attacking the planet's defenses. This is Commander Sook to all ships, came the voice over the radio. Follow the human battle plan. Be unpredictable. Protect each other. June sat in the captain's chair of the Horizon asterisk. His ship had been quickly repaired, but many systems were still damaged. Shields at 60%, reported Min from his station. Weapons at full power. All ships, attack pattern Alpha, ordered June. Draw them away from the planet. The 5 ships moved forward. The Void Collective ships turned to meet them. The machines expected the Concord ships to follow their usual strict patterns. Instead, the ships moved in ways the machines had never seen before. The battle was fierce. 2 Concord ships were badly damaged in the first attack, but they managed to destroy 5 machine ships. The Horizon asterisk was hit multiple times. Shields down to 30%, called Min. Engine power dropping. Keep going, said June. We need to protect the evacuation ships. On the screen, he could see small ships leaving the planet, carrying Astrid civilians to safety. Suddenly, 3 large machine ships broke through their line. They headed straight for the biggest evacuation ship. They're going for the civilians, shouted Daiwan. Without hesitation, Jun made his decision. Full power to engines. Get between those ships and the civilians. The Horizon asterisk shot forward, putting itself directly in the path of the machine ships. Brace for impact. The first blast hit them hard. The ship shook violently. Sparks flew from control panels. Shields gone, shouted Min. Hull breach on deck 3. Evacuate all non-essential crew, ordered June. Get them to the escape pods. Hannah looked at him. What about you? Someone has to steer this ship, he said calmly. Go, Hannah. Help the others get out. Daiwan stood firmly at his station. I'm staying with you, Captain. As crew members ran to the escape pods, June and Dai stayed at their posts. The Horizon asterisk kept firing at the machine ships, drawing their attention away from the civilians. Engine core unstable, reported Da. We can't take much more. June looked at the tactical display. The machine ships were close together, focusing their attack on the Horizon asterisk. Maybe we don't have to, said June quietly. If we overload the engine core and aim for the center ship. Daiwan looked at him and nodded. A final strike. Set course. Full power, said June. Let's show them what humans are willing to do for others. The damaged Horizon asterisk turned and headed straight for the heart of the enemy fleet, its engines glowing bright as they pushed beyond safe limits. The Horizon asterisk flew straight toward the 3 machine ships. Its engines glowed hot, pushed far beyond safe limits. Impact in 30 seconds, said Daiwan calmly. His hands moved over the controls, keeping the damaged ship on course. Jun gripped his chair as the ship shook around them. Warnings flashed on every screen. The ship was dying. It's been an honor, Jun said to his friend. Day nodded. For Earth. For everyone, Jum corrected. The machine ships fired at them, but it didn't matter now. The Horizon was already fatally wounded. Nothing could stop its final charge. 10 seconds, said Da. Suddenly, a bright light filled the bridge. June felt strange, like his body was breaking apart. Then darkness. June opened his eyes slowly. He was lying in a white room. For a moment, he thought he was dead. "He's awake," said a familiar voice. Hannah's face appeared above him. She looked tired but happy. "What happened?" June's voice felt rough, unused. "You nearly died, that's what happened," said Hannah. "If the asteroids hadn't teleported you out at the last second." Teleported? June tried to sit up, but pain shot through his body. "I didn't know they had that technology." "They don't use it often," said Hannah. "It's dangerous and uses huge amounts of energy. But Suk ordered it when she saw what you were planning." "1?" asked June. "Here, Captain." Dai was in the next bed, his arm and chest wrapped in bandages. "They got us both out just before the Horizon hit." June closed his eyes for a moment. "The ship?" "Gone," said Hannah softly. "But it worked. The explosion destroyed the 3 main machine ships and damaged many others. It gave the remaining Concorde ships time to protect the civilian transports. You saved millions of lives." The door opened. Commander Suk entered, her crystal body glowing softly blue. "Captain June," she said, "it is good to see you awake." "Thank you for saving us," said June. "No, Captain. Thank you for being willing to die for people you never met," said Suk. "The Concorde main fleet arrived 6 hours ago. The machine ships have retreated. Asteroid Prime is safe." Suk moved closer to June's bed. "There is something else you should know. While you were unconscious, your doctor, Hannah, did something remarkable." Hannah looked down, embarrassed. "What did she do?" asked June. "A young asteroid was badly hurt during the attack," explained Suk. "Its light was fading. In our people, that means death is near. Hannah found that human blood has certain elements that can help heal asteroid bodies. She gave her own blood to save the child." June looked at Hannah with surprise. "You did." "It was the right thing to do," said Hannah simply. "And it worked. The child is recovering." "This discovery has great meaning for us," said Suk. "It suggests that humans and asteroids, despite being so different, can help each other in ways we never imagined." Another visitor entered the room. It was High Commander Lox, the old asteroid. "Captain," said Lox, approaching June's bed, "the Concorde Council has been in emergency meetings since the battle. What you and your crew did, it has changed many minds." "About humans?" asked June. "Yes," said Lox. "We feared you because you reminded us of the Krell. But now we see the difference. The Krell fought only for power. You fought to protect others, even at the cost of your own lives." The old asteroid's crystal body glowed with warm light. "Perhaps what we feared most about humans, your unpredictability, your emotion, your willingness to sacrifice. These are not weaknesses. They are strengths the galaxy needs." "We've been trying to tell you that," said Dai-1 with a small smile. "Yes," agreed Lox. "And finally, we are ready to listen." June felt a weight lift from his chest. It wasn't just about Earth anymore. Something bigger was happening. A change that could affect the whole galaxy. "So what happens now?" he asked. Suk's colors brightened. "Now, Captain, we build something new together." 6 months had passed since the battle at Asteroid Prime. Today was a special day. June stood tall in his new uniform. The scars from the battle had healed, but he would always walk with a slight limp. Next to him stood Dai-1, Hannah Park, Min-Lee, and Ji-Yoon, all dressed in their best clothes. They were in a great hall on the Concorde main station. The room was filled with beings from many worlds. Asteroids with their crystal bodies glowing in rainbow colors. Vex with their hard shells polished for the occasion, and many other aliens Jun was still learning about. On the other side of the room stood Director Ta and other leaders from Earth. Todd caught Jun's eye and nodded respectfully. The anger from before was gone. After the battle, Earth had quickly changed its position on joining the Concord. High Commander Locke stepped onto the raised platform in the center of the room. The old Astrid's voice rang out clearly. "Today marks a new chapter for the Galactic Concord," Locke said. "Today, Earth joins us as a full member, with all rights and responsibilities." Ta walked forward with a document in his hands. It was the new treaty between Earth and the Concord. Unlike the first one, this treaty treated humans as equals. "As Earth's representative, I am honored to sign this agreement," said Ta. "Together, we will build a better future for all." After he signed, the hall filled with sounds of approval from all the different species. Locke spoke again. "We also celebrate another milestone today, the opening of the first Joint Academy, where members of all Concord species will learn from each other." Ji-yoon stepped forward. Her new title was Director of Cultural Exchange. "The Academy will help us understand each other better," she said. "We may look different, we may think differently, but we all share the same stars." As Ji-yoon spoke, Hannah stood near a group of young Astrids. Since her blood donation had saved the Astrid child, she had worked closely with Concord scientists. They had discovered that human blood contained elements that could help heal several alien species. It was one more bridge between Earth and the stars. When the formal ceremony ended, Commander Suk approached Jun. "You have a new ship waiting," she said. "The Horizon I*. It has the best of Concord and human technology." "Thank you," said Jun. "When do we leave?" "Tomorrow," said Suk. "The Void Collective is still out there, hiding beyond the outer systems. We need your human touch to help find them." Jun smiled. "We'll be ready." Later that night, Jun stood at a large window looking out at the stars. The Earth was a small blue dot in the distance. Daewon joined him. "Thinking about home?" "Yes," said Jun. "And about how far we've come." "Admiral Jun," said Da with a smile. "It still sounds strange." Jun touched the new rank symbol on his uniform. "I never expected any of this when we first met the Concord." "They feared us," said Da. "Now they need us." "They need our humanity," Jun corrected. "Our ability to adapt, to try new things, to care about others even when it's hard." Hana and Min joined them at the window. "The Concord lived by strict rules for thousands of years," said Hana. "It made them strong in some ways, but weak in others." Min nodded. They couldn't understand why anyone would risk themselves for strangers, why someone would break the rules to do what's right. "Now they're learning," said Jun, watching as ships from many worlds moved around the station. "And so are we." The four friends stood in silence, looking at the stars that would soon be their road. Tomorrow, they would begin a new mission on a new ship. The galaxy was vast, full of wonders and dangers they could only imagine. But they would face it the same way they had faced everything else. Together, with courage, with intelligence, with compassion, with humanity. And that, in the end, was the greatest power of all.